Okay, so my opponent has brought up that in modern combat, there's no such thing as a front line. There's combat everywhere going on, low intensity, everywhere at the same time. Well, that might well be so, but what does that have to do with whether women should be allowed in combat or not? That's just saying that women might be more likely to be attacked in ambushes or hit by missiles from over the border instead of getting hit in the front line. That has nothing really to do with whether they're physically capable of facing up to such tasks or not. The official definition of close combat is engaging with an enemy in individual or crew-served weapons while being exposed to direct enemy fire, a high probability of direct physical contact with the enemy by fire, maneuver, or shock effect in order to destroy or capture. Well, in this case, women were in these close combat units as defined here by the military, these units are purposely attempting to close with the enemy on purpose. Therefore, their chances of coming into contact with the enemy is much higher than any other unit. It doesn't really matter about whether there's a front line or not. If you're trying to attack the enemy, you're going to come into contact with them more often than if you're just waiting to be attacked. In addition, these last 10 years worth of war have all largely been counterinsurgency or the so-called low-intensity conflict. These aren't large wars where there's large states fighting each other. Largely, the organized military of any country that we're in is largely not fighting the United States Army. These are insurgents, therefore there is no front line. So, but that doesn't mean that in the future we might not be fighting some large country and there might in fact be a front line. So it's best to prepare for the future, not just for what we have right now. He also brought up that women are more likely to overcome PTSD than men. Well, maybe that's so, but if they're more likely to develop PTSD in the first place, that means that in a combat unit you will get more instances of people dropping out because of PTSD. The recovering from PTSD is really just something for refitting units and putting men back into the line, or women in this case. So that is a negative effect on unit cohesion on the front line, whether or not they're more likely to recover from it later. In addition, from statistics from the military, females break at a much higher rate than men at 14% rather than 4%. Women attrit at an average rate of 13% versus 5% for males, and of that 5% are for debilitating fractures and other physical injuries that put them out of the fight, compared to 1% for males. So therefore, you can see that women would be less suited to serve on any frontline unit than men.
Thank you.